Welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, Zacchaeus and the Fifth General. What's going on, Zacchaeus?
Hey, what's good? Good to be here. Blessings. Yes.
All right. About a few episodes ago, we did a story about Maegan Hall, the police officer in Tennessee. What was that? Laverne, whatever the heck that place is. Okay.
Laverne, Tennessee?
Yeah. Is it Tennessee? I don't want to get them confused with them other freaking idiots out there in Memphis. Where we at? Where's Laverne?
Laverne.
Yeah, I was right. Laverne's
Yeah.
in Tennessee. All right, just gotta make sure. Remember them officers? Remember what we talked about? Remember how I said, that she got fired because, well, this is my opinion. And ended up being others' opinions too. Maybe they listened to the show. But I said that the only reason why she got fired was because she's a white female officer having sex with a few of those in that bunch with black men.
Black men, yes.
Because why is it that the officers of color got fired and the non-colored officers of color, I'm using that word for identification and those who understand what I mean by color. I mean,
right.
I can't identify all of them as far as what particular, we know the black ones, but the other ones got Spanish last names, some of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Officers of the quote-unquote minority spectrum, that is. Those particular officers got fired along with Maegan Hall, but the officers who are not on the minority side, the dominant, the officers who represent the same complexion of those in the dominant society, they just got suspended and investigated.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, she's poking her head up, the embarrassment got to her too bad, and, she has something to say. So, we're going to play what she has to say for the audience and take it from there. All right, let's go.
One of those officers, Maegan Hall, became the face of the scandal and the target of nationwide ridicule, and she's now filed a federal lawsuit.
Tonight, in an exclusive interview with our Nick Barris, Hall describes a toxic workplace behind closed doors and how sexual misconduct spiraled out of control.
Maegan Hall was 24 years old when she was hired as an officer here at the Laverne Police Department 2 years ago. Her plan was to have a career in law enforcement. She now knows that dream is likely over.
I remember while interviewing for the position at Laverne Police Department, they described the environment as a family. However, while I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
By now,
Okay. Oh, let me play a little more. Hold on.
most of the country knows what happened.
There we go. There go the officers. Those officers on your screen right there. Now, it was more than them, but these are the officers that she's using in the federal lawsuit. Right?
Yes.
Let's play some more.
Hall, 4 other officers, and the police chief were fired last month. This after 2 separate investigations found that Hall engaged in sexual activity and or shared intimate photos and videos with several male officers. The chief and 2 sergeants were among those implicated. Now Hall and her attorney, Wesley Clark, are suing those 3 supervisors and the city in federal court for civil rights violations.
Maegan wasn't looked at like a rookie cop to be trained and promoted. She was looked at as a piece of meat.
I got to do that again. For some reason, my computer did something real slick. Okay. This is what happens when you got an outdated PC.
To be trained and promoted. She was looked at as a piece of meat to be sexualized and exploited.
Since the story broke, Hall,
he said her lawyer, whoever the heck this guy is representing her, said that she wasn't looked at as an officer of law. She was looked at as a piece of meat. If I'm not mistaken, didn't she willingly say that she was in an open relationship with her husband?
That's what she said. She said so. I don't understand how it came down. Not like she volunteered to have sexual conduct. I mean, sexual connections with them.
Yeah.
It was no like they treated her as soon as she got in a position, they treated her like a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Oh, she got in position all right, but it was not for that. She got in position all right, but basically they choose her as a piece of. They said she was used as a piece of meat. I don't think so.
Well,
I don't. She first of all, she came in as a uniform officer like the rest of them. She came in as a uniform officer. She sworn as a uniform officer, and she voluntarily just spread her cheeks.
Exactly.
I mean, her husband, her and husband was in an open relationship. So she said, I don't understand why she would say no. This attorney that's representing her saying that she was used as a piece of meat. Excuse you?
Yeah, and her open relationship was one-sided because he can't sleep around, but she can.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
So I didn't get when she was saying that the attorney was saying that she was used as a piece of meat.
Now I'm gonna play some more to help this. Let's go.
Lone female officer fired and only woman on the second shift became a target nationwide for sexual jokes and taunting.
I received harassing and threatening messages on my phone daily. I felt like I'd been terrorized.
And yes, now she is suing. No criminal charges have been filed in the case. Hall knows there are those who will say she was a consenting adult who willingly participated in sexual antics in violation of police department policy, and that now she wants to blame others, including one sergeant who targeted her early on.
I know it.
Now, the reason why people would take her story this way is because, Maegan, that's what you said, ma'am. Ma'am, you said you was in an open relationship. You know, open marriage.
Yeah. That's why the husband stayed with her. Because it was their decision that said they wanted open marriage.
Yeah.
And
or maybe just her decision and he complied like a punk. But yeah. But the thing is that she's talking about how the public perception, but Maegan, when asked about what happened, you didn't then say you was being sexually coerced or harassed or being manipulated. You said that it was an open relationship. So
right.
my thing is it selectively open? Because why is it that? Okay, I'll play some more.
Most people are saying, you could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no. And he wouldn't take it for an answer.
That's right.
See, now that's double talking. She's talking out of both sides of the neck. She said, I can understand why they would say, hey, you couldn't say no. I get that. But I did. Oh, so now you did.
Oh, now you said no. Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what it is, man. I'm going to tell you what it is. And I'm going to just go there. I don't care. Just don't. You can assume what you want about me by saying, yo, it's them black officers, man. It's them black officers. Everything would be okay if they were all white. But being that she got caught with black officers, it exposed her sexual appetite of having sex with men who are also non-white. That's the embarrassment. See, it's okay. It's okay for 10 white officers to run a train on you. You're okay with that. Because at least they're white. Right? But because there's black men and maybe one Mexican man, I don't know. Well, Hispanic man. Right?
Yes.
Excuse me. Recovering from a cold, but yeah. So you're recovering. Sorry, my words is off. You're now talking about how when they're in play, That's where the embarrassment is. You done stepped in on your husband and had sex with black men. How dare you? That's what I really think it is. I think it ain't got nothing to do with nothing else but that. I could be wrong, and I will stand on being wrong on that if that's what it is.
You think that their energy would be different? Her energy would be different. It was
Absolutely
Caucasian man. In other words, this would have been. She wouldn't even bring up a lawsuit against the department, and she would have been like, I'm gonna just let it go and look for another career.
Well, because she knows in a court of her peers, not theirs, but a court of her peers, they would empathize and sympathize and demonize those officers for her. Remember what you always used to say? Different strokes for different folks.
For different folks, yes.
Right? I'll play some more. I'll play some more and I'll give you the mic. I promise. I'll play some more.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, take it.
Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
So it's not as easy to say she could have just said no.
She did say no. On several occasions, Miss Hall tried to get out of this relationship, and she was not allowed to.
Hall concedes she participated under duress. She's not saying she was raped, but adds that the salacious details made public of sex on the job put her alone center stage and do not tell the whole story.
That's why. That's why. Zacchaeus, comment on that.
Now she said she was raped?
No. I'll go back. Let's go.
But adds that the salacious details made public of sex on the job put her...
Hold on.
She's not saying she was raped, but adds that the salacious details made public of sex on the job put her alone center stage and do not tell the whole story.
They isolate.
She's not saying she was RAPE'd, but it's the fact that it went public and put her on.
Bingo.
That's what it is.
It put her in. She's embarrassed.
She's not embarrassed that she had the sex. It's just the fact that it got blasted, or for the world to see publicly.
It was, in other words, it's exposed.
Yeah, the exposure.
Yeah, it's to the public.
Yeah,
exposed to the masses.
Yeah.
To the masses.
Yeah,
that's what it is. To the masses. So
because she's a certified thought, okay? Because I bet you this ain't the first time in the first job she's got ran through. The woman said a while back that she was in an open relationship. I mean, I feel like people are missing this. I mean, not me and you.
Yes.
But people are missing it.
Yeah.
This woman is a walking slizzite. So the embarrassment is what she's, not the behavior, because she's going to continue to be she's going to continue to be a old school whore. I mean, this is an old school whore. She's a Karen.
Right.
She is.
Right.
But this this heifer here, I'm telling you, man, this chick is a career leg spreader. Okay, Zacchaeus, go ahead. I'll jump back.
Okay. This is what me and Fifth read. This is not her first time.
No,
not her first time,
and it won't be her last.
She's been doing this. She's experienced. She's seasoned. The simple fact that it's exposed to the world to see is what she's really like embarrassed about. But in the simple fact that all these brothers was able to get a little tingling, but a little cootie, but a little snow bunny dipping in, but the simple fact that she is exposed and open, and this listen, this is like totally exposed. And now she's got the attorney now, and she's pulling out all the cards crying victim. All the cards crying victim. Maegan Hall, right? Maegan Hall is pulling out all the cards crying victim because this is too much exposure, too much embarrassment. Listen, whatever's in the dark, I always tell people this: whatever's in the dark must come to light. And Maegan is now come to the light.
Yeah,
it's no longer hidden in the dark now. Yep. And it has to come to a halt. And you're trying to get this attorney to pull out all the cards in the book, saying I'm a crime victim, saying I've been horrified, I've been
well, she said she was being harassed.
I felt
she was being
harassed, and all the cards.
She said yes under duress. So she's claiming, she said, I eventually gave in. So what she's basically saying is, I gave him this cootie cat, but I was under stress. But I gave him the cootie cat.
Right. Under stress, that is.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to play some more to help this. Let's go.
Me, they shunned me, they accused me, and they blamed me for becoming a victim.
Hall suffered from depression to the point of considering suicide, and at one point was hospitalized. She felt trapped.
My supervisors worked together to take advantage of my vulnerabilities and my mental health. And they used it for their gain and sexual pleasure.
And that included the police chief, Chip Davis. The independent investigation found he was aware of what was going on and even received intimate photos and videos of Hall.
Who do you even turn to when the chief of police is sexually harassing you?
Wait a minute.
She's saying
he didn't touch her, right? That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is he was aware of what was going on, did nothing about it. But on top of that, he received photo explicit paraphernalia to his phone, I guess.
Right.
But then she said that he was sexually harassing her. But how did he get intimate photos, ma'am?
Listen, we all are in. Listen, nobody is. This is not AB. This is basic ABC. She sent it to him.
Thank you.
Who sent it to him?
Come on.
Who sent it to him?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's saying that they're always working together.
Come on, brother.
All of a sudden now everybody working together in the department and everybody knew about it. Okay, that could be true. Yeah. Everybody knew about it, but now they're saying that this chief got the listen. You wanted to send it to him to be freaky, and you did. And you did. Now you're saying that these photos, come on. And we're all working together. Okay, but you was working with them. Wasn't that they're all working together? You was working with them. You was like, hey honey, can you get a taste of this? Hey honey, can you get a taste of this? Hey honey, can I get it? You was working with them. Get out of here, Maegan. Oh.
Hey, I'm gonna play some more. Cause she's still talking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play some more.
Yeah.
How could I get justice when the entire system, including the chief, not only condoned such behavior, but participated in it? I was lost and I felt alone.
He condoned and participated in it. He didn't smash, but
how he participated?
Because he got photos of her bucket.
Photos?
He got photos of her bucket naked. But
yeah, so
he was sent that. So okay, I'm gonna play some more.
I had no one to turn to, and I had nowhere to go.
Hall now realizes her career in law enforcement is likely over, and she knows those ugly memes on social media will remain forever, her reputation sullied.
No woman should ever have to endure this type of abuse. What happened to me during my employment at Laverne's police department, it should never happen to anyone.
Hall now hopes to put what happened to her here at the Laverne PD behind her. She is married and says she has a strong family support system and says that it was her faith that helped carry her through the turmoil. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
All right. I want to show you something. Because I'm a man of observance. I need to get on her clothing. All right. Zacchaeus, you
Yes.
have lived longer than me, and you're gonna understand when I say this. My name of a person, Monica Lewinsky, Paula Jones. Familiar with them, right? Anytime they had to get on camera and talk about something that happened to them, told their side of the story. Did they wore outfits that resembled what she's wearing? Let me look more conservative. Let me change my hair a little bit. Let me put on some glasses. Let me look like
innocent.
Thank you.
Innocent.
Thank
Like,
you.
in other words, very modest. All of a sudden, now you know how to dress modest.
Yeah. All of a sudden, now you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And her hair was blonde before, so she changed that. Right? She took that out.
Change that. Yeah.
She went back to a natural. She went back to a natural look. Okay. She's got no makeup on.
Yep, looking all like a modest. I mean, just
real plain Jane. Just let me plain. I mean, she already was plain Jane anyway, but let's look.
Right.
Let me look even more plain Jane than I was when I joined the force. Because when she joined the force, she wasn't looking like that. She was looking a lot young. She was looking a lot older. She's trying to make herself appeal younger, and she's already pale, but she looks even more pale. Okay, so she's trying to what you call accelerate more of her whiteness, so that you can understand. Hey, I'm a white woman. I'm a white woman. You gotta help me.
Right.
These
help.
These
I feel victimized.
These black terrorists. You have to help me. I'm white. Help me.
Help me. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I've been violated. Please help.
Please.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's yes.
So this is basically what a defense team, a publicist would do to hide up something. They do it with all women. I mean, especially white women, but they do it with all women because when and I had to kind of go outside the white part because people are gonna be thinking, "Oh God, you're freaking racist." No, if anybody remembers when Maegan when Maegan, the other Maegan, the Stallion, had to talk, she was a little more covered up here. Not as much down here showing like because anytime else you see Maegan the Stallion, titties is all out, right? Titties, butt.
Oh yeah.
Key cakes, all that.
Yeah.
Right? Knees.
Yeah.
I mean, Maegan even had her feet closed. I mean, good Lord. I mean,
yeah.
It's so bad she didn't want to even show the toes. You know?
Yeah.
Like, like that's how much they tried to save her image, right? And then, and same thing with Rihanna after the Chris Brown domestic violence situation going on. She, it was to make her look a little more non-threatening. You know what I'm saying?
Non-threatening, yes.
And more of a damsel in distress kind of thing. They do this for all women, but they know how to do it best with white women. Oh man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about America. And when something happens to a white woman, okay? And this is not just my opinion, but when something happens to a white woman, the world stops. It stops. A war could be, a war is going on. But a war could be going on, bombs being dropped. But God forbid something happened to somebody white, a white woman, and the person who did it or accused of doing it is a black man. Oh, the world stops.
You know, I can back that up. Historical facts can back that up.
Yes,
I can name a few cities.
Go ahead.
I can Tulsa, Oklahoma. I said, am I right? Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, Greenwood,
Black Wall
Tulsa,
Street.
right? That's it. Yeah.
Black Wall Street.
Rosewood.
We was thinking the same thing.
Rosewood. Red Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Yeah, that was Red Summer. They have a city in Florida called it's a historical city. Not many people know about that story. Ocoee. Ocoee, it happened in the 1920s. White woman cried victim. City burned down. Same thing that happened in Rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened in Tulsa, Greenwood, in Tulsa. There's historical facts to back it up. So Fifth is not just saying to say that.
Yeah. Historical
facts to back it up. Yes, I know. I understand it's 100 years ago, but still, it's been even beyond 100 years ago. It continued as time went on. You know, the world stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Let me go ahead and we can talk more about it, but I want to say something. Let me get her.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Okay. All right. Lord Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Umar Johnson mentioned the snow bunny crisis. This is a great example of it.
Yeah.
Lady, if you want to have a whole bunch of sex, just say that. Well, then again, she did kind of just say that because she said that she was in an open marriage. So,
right.
These are the pitfalls of being in a open marriage, poly marriage, multiple this, multiple that. This is the problem. I'm not endorsing it, but this is the problem. People who think they can handle it, but can't handle it once something happens.
Yeah.
I believe she was coached. I think somebody talked with her and said, "Hey, you need to find a way to get your job back or get paid." That's what this federal lawsuit's going to be about. It's going to be kind of like a civil suit. She's going to get some. She's trying to get some money. She's trying to get compensated for her pain. Right? Her quote unquote pain and suffering. But what about the brothers, though, man? What about the men? Well, there's the Hispanic guys. Well, what about the men who were in this too? Are we ever going to hear their side of the story?
Right. It seems like she's the only one that's. It seems like she's the only one that's paining and suffering and hurting of loss of income. Those men have to explain to whoever they gotta go home to that. Listen, they all lost their livelihood. They're all of them. All of these men that was involved with her lost their livelihood. Lost their livelihood. So, but they're silent though. Yeah. They're silent about it, and she's the only one that's crying victim. They should be crying victim too. They lost their livelihood. Listen, some of them they work hard to get their positions, and she came along and now they lost their source of income. She came along and that's it. Quickly, right away.
Yeah.
Right away. Chief, all of them, right away. They lost their source of income. Right away. It's like, no, they can't go for no law enforcement jobs. They can't go for no law enforcement careers anymore or jobs anymore. Why? They gotta go probably to the private sector or go somewhere else or go online somewhere and do something else different. Can't do that. So they lost their livelihood too. Yeah, man. So, hey, Maegan Hall ended your career. Women come along and end their career. Like the Bible is right. Women can get you down to a piece of crumb. Woof.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
A woman scorned.
So I'm
yeah. Wow.
All right. I want to get into something else. Let me get my audio.
Lord have mercy.
Hey man, we not letting her off the hook too easy, man. We gonna keep talking about this. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Her off the hook. Hey, I'm gonna play something, man. And I want your opinion on it. All right.
Okay. All right.
I'm not saying that I won't get married, but if I do get married, it's gonna be what I want and not what the man wants.
This dude, how much money would you like him to make a year?
Over 60 million.
Wait, you say 60 million?
Yeah, 5 to 60. I'm saying that I won't get married, but if I do get married, it's gonna be what I want and not what the man wants.
This dude.
I had to play that.
Wow.
She said,
wow.
If I get married, it's gonna be what I want, not what the man wants.
Right.
Lady.
Right.
Do you plan on getting on one knee and proposing, ma'am? What do you mean that if you get married, it's gonna be about what you want and not what the man wants? The man is the one who typically, generally, and culturally, and most expectedly is going to do is get on one knee and propose to your funky behind. So what the heck are you talking about? How it's gonna be? What did I say last episode? If a woman feels that the wedding is all about her, she also thinks what? That the overall marriage is about her. Yep. Zacchaeus, please speak to that, and also get to that bull crap she said about he got to make 60 million. Let me play that part again.
No.
Dude, how much money would you like him to make a year?
Over 60 million.
Wait, you say 60 million?
Lady, if you don't shut the heck up forever. Zacchaeus, go ahead.
Listen, the fifth, I know you can agree with me when I say this. The entitlement in today's, some of these modern women is off the roof.
Sadly, this is a black woman talking. I know I'm playing the audio of it.
Off
this is a black woman.
Jermaine.
You know? Yeah.
Off the roof. Off the roof. When I say off the roof, it's off the roof. Now, she said it's all about her, what she wants.
Yeah.
It's not about what he wants. It's all about what she wants. The entitlement is off the roof. First of all, I don't know who she's planning, what man she's trying to seek out there. I don't even think that maybe a simp will go for that. I don't know.
He got to be over $60 million simp. She said over $60 million. $60
million. No, no, I can't even say my sister. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. Okay. What have you done? Or what are you bringing to the table? Or what have you done to even think about deserving that? Okay? Okay? Let's just face facts. 60 who? For you and to please you and forget about how he feels. If you want him to be a robot, forget about how he feels. His feelings don't mean nothing. Forget about how he feels. It's all about pleasing you. Excuse you? Fifth, I'm gonna just say this. A lot of the women out there, some of the women out there, I have to say some of the women, delusional. And this woman is delusional. She is so delusional. It's not even fun. I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. She's very delusional. And for her to even come with such claim and such entitlement of what I want, forget about what he wants, is what I want. Self-centered attitude. It's that right there alone will turn every single decent dude off.
So
they'll be like, "Oh no!"
I'm gonna tell you this though. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this though. This woman is she's not a bad looking woman. I know she's bugging, but she's not a bad looking woman.
Okay.
So she said if she get married, he got to have over 60 million. When this woman gets hot and bothered, I don't think she's caring about the 60 million. I think she'll just let somebody eventually slide in her belly, and they don't need 60 million. So she's a walking joke, because when when women are horny and they want sex, some of those standards that they talk about, they go out the window.
I'm gonna give you a pump for that, my brother. That's true. Facts.
They do.
Facts. You could drop a bomb for that one. That's facts.
Matter of fact, let me
That's
find the
facts.
bomb. Let me find the bomb.
That's facts.
Just for that. Let's go. Let's
go.
Hold on. I found the bomb. Hold on. See, I gotta have it ready. Here we go. Let's go. She's out her mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start it over. She's wild. Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't want to hear her. I don't want to hear what she's talking about right now. She makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Got a peanut for a brain.
Oh my God, 60. Forget about what he wants. Is what I'm like.
Speak to that. Forget about what he wants. It's going to be what I want.
What I want. In other words, like I said before,
on her terms.
Her terms. Yeah.
She only wants marriage for her. All right, I'm gonna just say this. But I have to take you out of this though, because you're married.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marriage really only matters to those who are in the faith and to those who are part of other religious systems that have marriage as part of the equation. But if you're not a believer, marriage is how a non-believer male only will view marriage as a benefit in terms of creating a legacy. Women will value marriage as far as protection and provision. But really, what incentive is it for a man to be married where he could just go out there and just get buns? I'm talking about a non-believer, Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
So what is it? What is incentivized for him? I mean, a man who's out here, godless, right? He's out here. There's no incentive for him to get married. What? So he can get married to some trick, and then when she feels unhappy, like Tia Mowry said, goes and gets a divorce, and she takes half of his stuff. Why would a man want to marry? Why would he do that?
Right. Yeah. This is why some men, believe it or not, some dudes say that, listen, I'd rather stay single. I'd rather be a player because, listen, she takes half of what I want. Women, they say that the women change. She takes half of what I want, and dag, I could have stayed single and just get the sweet buns, and not be okay.
First of all, women are expensive. A single man saves a lot more money when he's by himself. Okay? Right. So a man is better with his resources than he is once he has a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or even takes women out on dates. You know what I'm saying? So why would a man, who's not a believer, who's not anything, want to get married to women who talk like this? Why would a $60 million man want to get married? That's another thing. A $60 million man already knows you want him, okay?
Right.
He's in high demand, and he's in low supply. So why would a $60 million man who can get buns at the snap of a finger, Thanos style, why would he want to get married? He's gonna get he's gonna get all the benefits without the law of commitment. He doesn't have to marry you. As a matter of fact, a $60 million man, that woman was talking that junk, right?
Yeah.
He don't have to have $60 million, but, you know, he'll probably have a little bit of money, right? That man, she didn't say nothing about sex, though. She didn't say she not having sex till marriage.
Right.
She didn't say that.
Right.
Listen, there are a lot of women out here who got these unrealistic standards, right? Well, I want a man to make, well, not 60 million, but I want a man to make 6 figures and up. He gotta have 6 figures after taxes. Now they're adding that now. Well, he gotta have 6 figures after taxes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And he got to do this if you want to marry me. Okay. All right. But are you having sex? And all you hear is the Jeopardy music. And all you hear is the Jeopardy music. Do 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 do.
Listen, and listen. They leave that right out.
They leave that. Thank you.
They leave it out the equation, and then, but they're always looking at the bag.
There we
go.
They
always tend to look at the bag because remember this. Audience, I'm talking to the audience. Remember this. Ladies always want to be comfortable. They love security. They want to be comfortable, and they concentrate. They focus. A lot of them have their priorities mixed up, and they focus on the things that money matters, but they focus on that and that only. They focus. They forget about his character. Forget about his how he makes you feel, and his charisma, his integrity. I just want the bag. That's how they want it. And guess what, ladies? When you talk like that, you think a dude that's 60 million gonna want to invest in you or invest his time with you? Mm-hmm. You better think twice. It ain't happening. Because guess what he's gonna just do? Guess what he's gonna look at you as? Yeah. Guess what he's gonna just want from you?
Say it. That's all.
That's
all.
it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's all.
But when he looks at a woman, this is what if he gets a woman, the woman have to have integrity.
There we go.
She has to be a special type of woman. A woman that have maybe a godly woman. We spoke about that before in another show. A virtuous woman. A woman with grace. A woman with charisma.
A prudent woman.
A prudent woman.
Yeah.
And there you go. A woman that's willing to build with him. Okay, a woman that's willing to compliment him. Because remember, a man don't want a woman always to be a subtraction. He wants to add on to be an addition. An addition meaning that a compliment. An add on, a compliment. A compliment. When you marry somebody, you marry them to be a compliment, not a subtraction, a compliment. Okay, so when you talk about I want a $60 million man and it has to be on my terms, he just gonna be looking at your cheeks like this, like let me just.
First of all, and secondly, a paid man has all the leverage anyway, because she doesn't have $60 million.
No,
so she has no leverage. Guess what? The only thing she's leveraging is her box. But he can get that from other women.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyway, let's play what me and you talked about. Let's play this.
Okay. I ain't got no kids. I got my own motion going on.
Flag.
Huh? What?
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. What you about to say?
Why don't listen? I know like having sex before marriage is bad, but it's 2022. Like, what has gone on in your life that you have not had a kid?
I don't have kids.
You're different. Like, but for men, it's just kind of like, why don't you have a kid? What happened?
Because I don't want a kid yet.
Maybe
I'm responsible. What do you?
It's not responsible. Like,
I ain't got no kids.
Listen.
So he's over 30.
Over 30 years old.
Okay, let me paint the picture. He's a guest on a show. Looks like for iHeartRadio somewhere.
Right.
One man, 2 women. The woman,
right.
the woman on the very left. I don't know what her cholesterol level is, but the woman on the left, he said, I don't have any kids. I got my own stuff going on. She said a red flag. The woman, the woman on the very end with her tatas dang near spilling out. I mean, all she got to do is sneeze, and nipples will be exposed. It'll look like a pepperoni pizza if she was to sneeze right now. But the thing is that she says red flag. The other woman on the end is like, huh? Well, I don't have any kids. Oh, well, that's different. Why is it different? And then she says, I know. Let me play the rest.
Yes, I got my own motion going on.
Flag.
Huh?
What?
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. What you about to say?
Why the? Listen, I know like having sex before marriage is bad, but it's 2022.
I know having sex before marriage is bad, but it's 2022. Well, this was a clip from last year, but it's 2022. What the heck is that supposed to mean?
Okay, I can break it down a little.
I know, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay. A lot of these women know what's right from wrong. A lot of these women know that sex before marriage, what the Bible says, it's better to marry than to burn, right? So a lot of these women know that,
consequences.
The consequences before being married,
Right.
and you're supposed to have sex with your husband. They know that,
Right.
So she's saying that she knows that she said it. She
said it.
You gotta listen. She said it. Sometimes you gotta listen to what they say. She said it. They'll tell on this. They're telling themselves. Yes, but they're telling themselves, and then she's. And this is not the first time I'm hearing about women getting on guys for not having children.
I have a story too.
And I know you heard of that too. Like,
I'll tell my view. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah,
tell what happened.
Listen, you're 35 years old. You're 35 years old. You're 20. You're 30 something years old, and you're 40 years old in your 40s, and you ain't got no kids.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I guess in today's society, and the backward society, the Babylonian society, as far as I'm concerned, as far as Fifth is concerned, as I'm concerned, that you're more attractive when you have a lot of baby mama drama in your life. You're more attractive. You put more women when you have kids from when you're a dude and you have kids from Sharina, Shelly, and
Charmaine.
And Charmaine, and you're having kids from three different women, and you're more of a magnet for women now. And what's puzzling is when they say, "Oh, you're weird because you're a certain age and you ain't got no kids yet." Something is wrong, and these women talk amongst themselves, saying that there's something wrong with him. Don't date him. He has no children. And he's this age. He's 35, 36, 37, and he's 40 years old. And he has no kids. Are you okay? Why are you holding that all in? But why are you holding it all in? It just freaks them out. For some apart, and their warped, delusion, crazy mind, it just freaks them out that, okay, not knowing that, okay, I'm being careful. The man is being careful, not knowing that he's being careful, not knowing that he's not everyone I want to put my seed. Not everyone I want to put my seed in. Am I right? Not everybody I want to put my seed in. I'm being careful. It's called responsible. And I'm being careful. I don't want to put my seed into every woman that I date and meet. Yeah. What if they're a nightmare on them street? What if they're she's a witch? And what if she give me a spell? What if she's that she give me that Kim Kardashian thing going on? I don't know. I mean, what if Listen, not every woman you want to spread your seeds in. I'm sorry. Listen, you gotta be careful. I'm gonna have a kid just to please society. I'm gonna have a kid just to please society. I'm gonna have a kid just to please you and just to show that, hey, I got a kid. And then I have a kid, and then I'm with a woman that's giving me grief and headaches and pain and calling me out fifth and just saying, listen, you and giving me headache and bringing me to court to pay child support. And now I'm like, I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, thank God for the kid, but now with a woman that's giving me is giving me headache and grief now. And I'm so I did all of this just to please society and to please you. I'm sorry. No. It's better to have your baby with your wife and with a wife that is pleasant. Yeah. You remember? No, know what I said now. Make sure it's that one that you if you're gonna say I do, and you're gonna walk down an aisle and you're gonna have a baby, make sure it's with your wife.
Exactly.
A decent wife. Yeah.
Wives, women should be having babies with their husband. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So he said, I don't want any kids, because I don't want any kids. She is championing the fact that the woman of that age doesn't have any children yet, right? But won't champion the brother for not having kids yet. She said it's not being responsible. What has going on in your life that you don't have kids? So he's he's being judged and shamed for being responsible. She said that it's not being responsible. That doesn't make any sense. The woman is responsible. The other woman that was on this show, on this panel, she's responsible for not having kids yet, because she's not married and not chosen. But he's not being responsible.
He's being very responsible.
I had a woman, she got multiple kids, multiple fathers. You heard that.
Wow. Yeah.
And she asked me why I ain't got no kids. And I told her. And then she gonna say to me, well, you better hurry up and get started. Really?
Hurry up and get started, huh?
I had a woman years ago when I just turned 30. This was when I just turned 30, so this was 5 years ago. Right? I had turned 30. And she asked me, "Hey, are you married?" I was like, "No." She was like, "You got kids?" I said, "No." She was like, "Yo, do you like women?"
That's another thing too.
So why does that have to get thrown out? Zach Keys, you speak to that. This is ridiculous.
No.
Because apparently I'm 35, going on 36. If I was on this show, like that brother right there, she would say I'm a red flag, right?
Right.
Forget that I'm on my purpose, and that I have assets, right? Okay, forget that. Well, I'm not rich, but you know what I mean. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay as far as I work hard for what I got, and I got what I got. I won't disclose all that. Okay, you know. So anyway, but she would call me a red flag. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. All because you don't have a child, and you hit a certain age, and you don't have a child, automatically some of these women, some of them they believe that you're part of the Rainbow Coalition or the Rainbow or the Rainbow Society.
The Rainbow Society, because the coalition is something different. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect, Jesse. Respect,
Jesse.
Jackson. Respect. Yeah. Rainbows. They automatically because you ain't got a child yet. You're in your 30s and your 40s and maybe pushing 50, and you ain't got a child yet. They automatically jump out and say you're part of the Rainbow Society.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of the rainbow. Why don't they give that same energy to the women when the women are 30s, 40s, and 50? Why don't they say that they're part of the Rainbow Society? Why those got to be just because we're responsible? We're being careful. Mm-hmm. We're not sleeping with every woman that we meet, mm-hmm. and we're not busting out seeds. We're not planting seeds with every woman that we meet, and we're being responsible.
Yep.
So let me, and I'll ask them. So what's more attracted? So that's more attracted to you? A man that he's a like what the Temptations sing about. Papa was a Rolling Stone, and he goes around having wherever he laid, that made his home. You know,
and where he died.
You know what I'm saying? So him going around spreading all his kids, all the seeds to different women. Let's say 5 baby mamas. That's attracted to you? You want a man like that?
Well,
that's attracted to you?
Well, Future, he got all them kids, all them baby mamas. And and women still want to have his. Nick Cannon, another example.
Okay.
Women are lining up to give him child number 14.
Hey, we don't need to say no more. We know what time it is. We know what it is.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is that some of today's modern women are attracted to men that have baby mama drama.
There we go. You know why? Because he's wanted. A woman doesn't want a man who's not wanted. CNN put out a stat. Only 20% of men in the world get attention from women.
20%. That's a very low percentage. 20%. You know what? That's facts, because when you're with somebody, when you're married and when you're with somebody, all of a sudden the women start coming out the woodwork. They start talking to you. They start, you're a magnet now. You wasn't a magnet before when you was dolo and no children and
I had a man tell me that a wedding ring is reverse kryptonite. I'll explain for those who don't know what I mean in the comic book world. Kryptonite is Superman's weakness. This man said reverse kryptonite. This man said he got a ring and all of the women came. All of them. Even a woman that he had been working with for a long time who was a baddie, right? Wouldn't even look at him.
Wow.
This man gets married. He's got a wedding band on his hand, a black wedding band at that. Ain't even that fancy. Because men get crappy wedding bands for some reason, you know. Anyway, their wedding band costs $100, right? So,
right.
Meanwhile, her ring is like, several carats of diamonds and multiple thousands of dollars, right? So, he said the wedding ring goes on, and they flock to him like flies to poo-poo.
Wow. That's the best way. Hey. Wow. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like flies to poo-poo. Yeah.
Listen, you're a married man. I'm not trying to put you out there, but you know other married men. And you've probably seen that for yourself. Other married men. Yeah.
Absolutely. I experienced it. Absolutely. Yeah. I could. Yeah. They hit you up. They know that you're married. They said, this is what they do. Oh, you're married? They're still trying to talk to you. Mm-hmm. You're like, yes, I'm married. You married? Yeah, I got kids. I'm married. Yeah, you married? You got kids? They're still trying to talk to you. They're like, oh, okay. But can we still do something?
Well,
didn't I just talk? Yeah.
Well, also the stat, you know what else back up those stats? Is that there's another stat. I can't get the number exactly, but there are more men out here single than childless, unmarried, and versus the women who have children. If single women have more children than single men have children, then that means that those single women are probably getting with men who already have kids. That's the only way that can mathematically work. Unless she's having twins, triptuplets, and sextuplets, that's not the stat. You know what I'm saying? So, You know,
Yeah.
So either that, or these women are slurring around so bad that they don't know who the daddy is, so they can't use statistics on the men. But they're saying that more men out here, that more single women have more kids than single men. The only way for that to happen is for these women to do, like we said about the Nick Cannons so here's an example of Nick Cannon, Future, Camardi, and a couple of the Old Dirty when he was alive, Flavor Flav. The only way this could happen is if, okay, you have one man, 10 baby mothers. One man, 10 baby mothers. That would mean exactly what that stat is trying to communicate. And then the CNN stat with the only 20% of men get attention from actual women. So that would mean that women only want 20% of the men.
Yeah.
Who do these 20% represent? I would think they represent men who have a certain type of status.
Right. That's a 20%. That's a 20%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the rest got to work hard to get that one. The rest got to go online, work hard.
Right.
Or put up a nice profile.
Like you said, they either got to work extra hard or they got to go without.
Yeah.
Right. Or, because they'll just, pay for booty. I mean,
the thing is, I hear this all the time, that there's more women than men. There is more women than men. More women than men.
There is more women.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. In
the world.
So, yeah. So,
well, in America, because stats are kind of weird. They're trying to say that there's more men in the planet, but in America, I can at least state for a fact that in the U.S. of A, that there's more women in America than they are men. Go ahead. We'll start with that because this is the country we live in. That's what matters right now in this conversation.
Yes. And some women are selective. And like I said before, it seems to me that a lot of the modern day women are going for the man with the status, and that's a 20%. So they're overlooking a man that they want to build with. They're overlooking, and this is what makes them single. They're overlooking the men that are decent, they have integrity, they have character, and they overlook them because they're busy focusing on the bag.
Yeah,
you overlook them because they're focused. You heard what that woman said. She was a 60 million.
Yeah.
Focus on the wrong thing. Well, and they want to be 40 years old.
She don't even deserve a man. She don't even deserve a $60,000 man. You ask me. He could do better than that. A $60,000 man could do better than the quality or lack of quality that woman actually is. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is why they say single, because they look pretty, they're beautiful, and you ask them if they have somebody, they don't. Yeah. And this is why they say single, because they focus on the wrong thing. You say single, and then you realize, like what my friend said, she's single, but a very beautiful woman, but she's collecting cats in the house. So, and she busy studying the bag, studying how much. First, they ask you, "What's your occupation?"
Yeah.
That's how you know that they focus on the wrong thing. Yeah, okay, you ask them what's his true conversation, you ask, what's your occupation? But you stay on that, not knowing that this guy could be my future significant other, not knowing that maybe this man someday is gonna be somewhere, because a lot of us men don't like staying on the same level. I don't know, we're trying to elevate. Certain things, you get tired of certain. Like you stay in your job for 20 years, you get tired of it after a while. You're like, listen, I want to elevate. I want to invest in something where I can elevate myself. And some women, they seem to not understand that so they have some men that are not ambitious, but a lot of us are. They got some of them in our that we want to get to a certain plateau in our life. So you don't want to build with us. You want to get to the man. You want to get to the bag right away. Right away. What makes you deserve? What makes you so special that you deserve that bag? That you can just grab all that bag and just don't have to work for it. He just gives it to you. What makes you so special? So, 60 million? I don't. Get out of here, okay?
Look, fellas, she's the type of woman, like you said, and this would be the record. So, this mentality, right? Fellas, you're probably gonna go out and run into one of these women, date them, take them out on dates. A woman like this doesn't get a full course meal. You better make sure you don't ever give her a steak dinner. This woman might be worth lemon pepper wings and crab legs, maybe. Minus the crab legs, maybe lemon pepper wings with cheese biscuits, maybe. She'll be good with just that. If you go to a crib, here's the red flag you need to look for. I want you to use your nose. Just take a whiff. If it smells like Friskies, Purina Cattail, Pedigree, or Maegan strips, do a about face and walk out her place. That woman got not only a cat, probably got more than one cat, and then she probably got a dog. Okay?
Yes, yeah.
Get out of here. All right?
Yes.
So, after you done gave this, you done gave her lemon pepper wings, and you know how they serve it with celery or carrots? She ain't even touched the celery. She just had the hot wings and ranch dressing. Don't even eat vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it's a red flag, man. Speaking of that, hey, I'm a. So KS, rest in peace. He used to make jokes about women being single with women becoming future cat ladies and dog ladies and stuff like that. I'm also say something. I'm one of those men that don't want to date women with pets either, man. I was in a relationship with one. It was very short. She had a dog. The dog was cool. He was a teacup Yorkie.
Little dog.
The dog was cool. He was a loving dog. I'll give him credit. That dog was my guy for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He used to always try to okay, he was playful. You know what I mean? And he was very nice, never bit me. He was excited to see me. After he got to know me the first time, I went over our house a few times. At first, he was like, "Who's this cat?" But after the few times going over there, he got used to me. You know what I'm saying? He used to get all excited when he saw me. Cool dog.
Right.
But not my responsibility. Right. If I would have married her, he would have became my responsibility. How about that?
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay,
yes.
So men, although that's not a child, but that's her child. Let me tell you something, man. That dog got more attention than me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's another thing. When you're a man and you date a woman with pets, you gotta she'll make you feel like you gotta compete for her attention. Nah. Because women do this with kids, right? They got kids. You'll never be first.
Yeah.
Never. You know
right. Oh, never. No.
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you the order that when a man gets with a woman with children, I'm gonna tell you the order that he comes in. He ain't second. He's third. He's behind the baby daddy.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yes.
How about
Facts.
that?
Yeah. Yes.
He's the third option.
Yes.
So unless the baby father died, and she's like a widow, or not a widow, and I'm not trying to say it that way. I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
I'm just making a point.
Right.
Because I do know of a situation where a woman has children, but they're not her birth children. They're her nephew. They're her nephew and her niece that she's raising because she didn't want the kids to go in the system. That's different.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah,
But if you're a man and you're gonna get with a woman who has children or pets, you are taking her and everything that she has on. When a man gets with a woman, he takes her and her liabilities on.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's usually how that works out. It's not the other way around. I don't care.
Yes.
Women will say, "Well, what about if he got killed? She got to take that responsibility." Not really. Not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily. It's more so when the man gets with a woman who got that going on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
men need to consider that, and ladies, you need to consider that too. If you want to make yourself more valuable in the market, you can't have pets.
You heard it. You heard it. Ladies, you heard that.
I'm talking to the single women with no kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't have pets. Number one. Okay. I mean, if you got a fish tank, that's different.
Yeah.
You got a fish. You got a fish tank. We talking about dog, cat. What else? These people? I mean, she might have. Oh shoot! If she got a snake, that's a red flag.
Yeah, don't mess with the serpent, man.
Yeah. So that's something that a man has to consider. Like, if you're gonna be with this woman and you eventually want to make her something, that's what you're gonna have to take on.
Yes.
If you're not ready for a dog yourself, then don't get with a woman with one.
Yeah. There you go. These are all things that people don't really look at. They just look at her. They just look at her. They look at her beauty, her pretty face, and they think that they talk very well together. But when she has a dog now, then they get all of a sudden now they're like, wait a minute, you have a dog? I don't want to. Oh, you gotta take the dog out. You gotta walk the dog too.
Yeah, you got
got responsibility. Yeah, you gotta take the dog. You gotta take the dog to the vet. Oh, I thought we were going up.
Yeah.
These are all these things you gotta take into consideration when you're dating somebody with a pet.
Yep.
All these things you gotta take into consideration. And
right. I got another one. I got another one before I let you go. We're gonna end it off, okay? Oh, yeah. And also, ladies, if you also want to make yourself more valuable in the dating market, pay attention to the job you have. If you have a job, place of employment that takes all of your time, and I mean all of it, how the heck do you expect to have a relationship? You're never available.
Yeah.
That man only gets to see you for what, 2 hours?
Yeah,
what
then
is
you're
that?
back to work on a grind. There's people that go to school, go to work at the same time. Tough schedule, and then you want to You want to have a healthy relationship. I would say this, and this is some women. Yeah, I mean, if you date somebody like that, make sure they have an understanding of what you're trying to do. Make sure, and it's tough because if he don't understand, he's trying to spend all this time with you. He don't understand it. It's not gonna. He can be like, you're too busy.
Yeah.
And because he don't understand your drive and your purpose, it's not gonna work.
Listen,
make sure he understands your purpose and your drive, that you're trying to get somewhere, especially in nursing school. Oof.
Yeah.
You're in nursing school and you're trying to date. Make sure you get nursing done. Make sure you get nursing out the way.
Nurses are hard to date. No different from truck drivers. Because a lot of women say, so here's the thing. Women go at this a little differently than men do, right? So most hardworking men of the salary that these women ask for, they're never home. They're never home. So a lot of, where I work, okay, Anyway, a woman once said at a place that I was just so happened to be in at the time, a woman said, hey, my husband is a pilot. Ooh, I I want a pilot for a husband. I heard they make good money, girl. She was like, She said, oh, they don't? She said, no. I'm not saying they don't make money, but they're never home. But you get to go on trips. She says, I get to go on trips. But he's working. She said, you know, I don't mind, but I'd rather have him more. That's what she said. A woman who's been married for over 10 years, she gave up the fact that she'd been married to this man for over 10 years. And she says she'd rather have him.
Yeah, a lot of some women. Remember, some people's
they don't think that
love
far,
language.
Man. They don't think that far.
They don't think that far. And some people's love language is spending time.
Yeah,
a lot of women's
quality
love. A lot of women's quality time. A lot of women's love language is spending time, and they. It's just what I say. Women, a lot of women. Some of the modern day women, they look at the bag first, but they don't understand that in order to have that bag, there's certain sacrifices that have to be made. And if he's always gone, and your love language is spending time, how you think that's gonna work? Because he's always gone. You come home. It's like you might as well just be single. He's never home. He's not there. He's gone all the time. Truck driver, gone all the time. That making great money, but you don't see him. You might see him a few months, then he's back out again on the road.
Hey, you know what I used to hear when I was a kid, and I should have mentioned this on the show. I've always heard that that women want lifestyle. I've always heard this, but this is what I used to see in television shows a lot. As I was coming up, the rich husband, the beautiful wife, who's getting everything she wants. Man's never home, but the freaking yard guy or the pool guy is digging the wife's back out. Come on now.
That's happened many times.
Now, was that worth it? The man done did all of that. The husband done did all of that. Done worked himself all the way up. So as and she wanted that, right? She wanted the man with the bag, right?
Right.
This is the Desperate Housewives thing, right? Wanted the man with the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But the pool boy, who makes maybe minimum wage, probably below minimum wage, the lawn man, he's sexing down the wife. You know why? Because it's never enough for a woman like that. You can't just satisfy her with money. She does want your time. But women got to pick a struggle. Ladies, what the heck do you want? You gotta know what you want. I feel bad for the man who work. This happens all the time, and men are teaching other men this all the time. Yo, just chase the bag. Get on your purpose. First of all, get on your purpose. If get on your purpose, get you a bag, cool, right? But if you're teaching men, get your money up, and you'll have more options to choose from, yeah, but you can also choose bad still. It doesn't tell you how to choose. You done did all of that for a woman who still played on you with Tyrone. So Tyrone got it. And Tyrone don't have to make all that money.
Nope. Tyrone makes time. You know what Tyrone has?
How much?
He has time.
He has
time to spend all that time after he gets off work. He does that little 9 to 3.
If he works.
Yeah, he's working all right. He gets all that time. He only works from 9 to 3. Gets over at 3:30. And guess what? Guess who's home? He's over at your house.
Yep.
Men, he's over at your house. All that time he's spending with her, making. And guess what? That's how it starts. They're having great conversation. He's making her laugh, making her get comfortable, making her laugh, and then it becomes an entanglement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
listen,
yeah.
Zacchaeus, you got men out here who are working on Wall Street, working for law firms, Merrill Lynch, NASDAQ, just for them to come home and they're wondering why their house smells like a Popeye's chicken sandwich. That's because Tyrone came over and he worked at Popeyes. Tyrone from Popeyes and came home and gave your wife
and guess what? When you that
thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And here you is.
Yep.
And here you is. You don't came home. You make over 6 figures. It didn't took you like an hour and a half commute. You work a 9 to 11 hour shift, and you done came home, and your wife tired.
Yep.
Now when you want sex, she says, "Baby, I'm exhausted.
I'm too tired.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'm gonna go to sleep." Or she's already asleep.
Yeah, or she's already asleep because Tyrone done put her asleep.
Yep.
There's a Popeye's chicken wrapper on the table.
And then Tyrone bites finishes sandwich.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
And guess what? He kisses her. I'll see her tomorrow.
His wife.
I'll see you tomorrow, baby.
Wife,
I'll see you tomorrow.
And he knows something suspicious because his wife don't even eat Popeyes.
Nope. But your house smell like Popeye's chicken.
Smell like a 12-piece spicy and 2 biscuits.
And you don't even eat that because you're trying to keep your good figure. You're trying to keep your health, so you don't even eat that.
You know,
unbelievable.
You sitting up there, and all of a sudden there's a $5 shrimp box, right? You know what I'm saying? And there's a buttermilk biscuits. All right,
honey. Who are you with?
Tyrone.
He
putting the strawberry. Hold on. Tyrone's putting the strawberry jelly on the biscuit. Talking about when your husband come home. Oh, he come home in 3 hours. All right, let's make it quick.
And make it quick, yeah.
Tyrone over there 5 days a week. He on
5 days a week.
You won't see him on your off days. Your wife on your off days, husband. Your wife is the best wife she ever is on your off days. Sweet
off days, yeah.
Sweet as pie. Meanwhile, your wife is getting touched on the inside part by a man who cooks fries.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
Yep.
I had enough fun. Hey, we're gonna get up out of here. Zacchaeus, any final thoughts?
Yeah, man. Look, listen. Women don't always chasing the bag. Don't do that for me. Don't always think because you got money, your life is gonna be sweet now. And for the men, learn to have balance. Don't always just do things to just chase the bag and get all that money, and then you have no time for yourself, and then you have no time to even spend with a woman. That's my final thought. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
hey, let them know where they can reach you, my man.
You can reach me at Zacchaeus Music on Instagram, also on Twitter. You can reach me at Wayne Backus at Wayne Backus 2 on Twitter, also on TikTok. You can reach me at Wayne Backus Zacchaeus on TikTok, also on Facebook Wayne Backus 167 on Facebook. Holla at me. Peace.
All right. Y'all can get at me Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Fifth General, all right? All right, man, let me drop a bomb. This was a good episode.
Yes.
Good episode.
Yes,
We're going to get up out of here. We'll see y'all next time.
Next time. Peace. Mm-hmm.